What is up? It's iCkEdMeL. How you guys doing? And I got this story from North Miami about this mother with 7 children. It's kind of crazy. We got 2 videos to watch. And before we get into that, I just want to give you guys some updates with the whole Maliyah Bass thing. They're supposed to be in court today. I don't know what's going to happen as of now, 1 p.m. Eastern, nothing yet. But I am going to be talking to somebody tonight that personally knows Sahara, a friend of hers, and she's going to be giving me some of her experiences. So look forward to that video. I'm not sure when it's going to come out because we're going to be talking tonight around 9 p.m. Eastern. The other thing too is thank you for the donations. Melinda, Clarity, Lisa. Melinda, you sent me a donation last night, $100 2 times, like within a few minutes of each other. So I'm not sure if that was a mistake or was it on purpose. I tried texting you, no reply yet, so reach back out to me. So let's get into the story. I try to jam pack that quick update for you guys because there's a lot going on. There's a lot to do. I need to get into daily videos. I want to wake up every morning and get something pumping, hopefully. But this is kind of crazy. A mother, 7 kids, and child neglect. So let's take a look at this first video. Police. This is from NBC
say that
Miami.
She left her 7 children alone inside a home to fend for themselves. One of them has special needs. Police say that the mother was living somewhere else.
7 kids at home. One has special needs. I think it's cerebral palsy. And at first when I heard this, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe sympathetic, be sympathetic, empathy, 7 kids. That's gotta be tough. But then when you start to hear more and more details about how she left these kids, and I think she went to go stay with a boyfriend, abandon these kids.
With her husband. NBC6 reporter Laura Rodriguez is in themselves. One of them has special needs. Police say that the mother was living somewhere else with her husband. NBC6 reporter Laura Rodriguez is in North Miami Beach with the details on what led to this.
The mother was arrested on Tuesday, but she is now out on bond. She faces right now child neglect charges for allegedly leaving her 7 children alone at this home since mid-July. North Miami Beach police responded.
If the mother's watching, maybe we could do an interview. I'll come out in person. I mean, we could do a virtual thing, but I don't mind coming out in person. We got the new camera for the channel. Come out in person and talk, give your side of the story. I mean, I would love to know.
To this home on Northeast 178th Street several times. The department says officers went above and beyond to make sure the kids were taken care of and even delivered food and took them shopping. They say officers gave the mother a plan to make the situation better, but she was arrested after they say she did not follow through. Daniel Elilo says he manages the property and that it is destroyed. He says the children slept on dirty mattresses on the floor and that the mother was never around. Elilo claims he could not evict the family because of the COVID eviction moratorium and because detectives asked him to be patient while they found a place to send the children altogether. NBC6 spoke to the executive director of the Family Resource Center.
What I'm wondering too, these 7 kids, is it multiple dads? Where's the father of these kids? Is it the husband that she went to go abandon these kids with? What kind of husband is going to allow that? He has to know that these kids are being abandoned and neglected.
And he says the pandemic has had a major impact on neglected and abused children.
I'm going to take a guess that there was some pressure put on the protective investigators to try to leave the children in the home and work with them there, because it's hard to find a foster home. Normally, people who identify themselves as being willing to be foster parents are afraid to be foster parents now because they're afraid of bringing the COVID infection into their homes.
Since most kids are not physically in school yet, Wonderman says child neglect warning signs are being missed.
Our caseloads are down between 30 and 40%. And we think it's not because there's less child abuse, it's because the experts, and that would be the teachers, the pediatricians, the coaches, are not laying eyes on the kids, and therefore the number of calls to the abuse registry are down at the moment.
The 7 children are now in DCF custody. They told police they'd rather be in foster care than...
Isn't that crazy? The kids were like, yo, I'd rather be in foster care than to be with this woman, even though she abandoned us. I'd rather be with somebody I don't know. Throw me to the system because it's just that bad with her. That's incredible.
And in the care of their mother. Reporting in North Miami Beach, I'm Laura Rodriguez, NBC6 News.
I wanted to take a look at this other video too.
This holiday weekend.
they have some more stuff from court. But yeah, one of the children is a 15-year-old with cerebral palsy. He was supposed to be getting physical therapy, but his mother had not taken him. The children haven't been to a dentist or a doctor in 5 years. That's crazy. I know some insurances, I thought they require you to at least get a yearly checkup. I don't know if there's a requirement, but I think if you're on some sort of assistance, they require, I thought, a yearly checkup or something like that. The police report states that the home barely had any food. Reminds me of Maliyah Bass, like what we saw in the video. And the kids had to eat rice for breakfast because they didn't have anything else to eat. That's not that crazy. Spanish home, Spanish family, you know. The children also lacked clean bedding and clothing and claimed that they had not been to the laundromat in 2 months. The kids preferred allegedly to be in foster care. That's wow. Wow. Her total bond was $15,000. No wonder she got out.
A mother accused of leaving her 7 kids to fend for themselves. Police say they were alone for months with little food and no supervision. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jackie Nesbro.
And I'm Jawan Strader. NBC6 reporter Jamie Garola is live.
You gotta wonder, how did kids survive on their own for months? I mean, there were some older kids, I guess, in there.
North Miami Beach tonight. Jamie, what did the kids tell police about their situation?
Yeah, well, the kids allegedly told investigators that they would rather stay in the care of foster parents than their own mother. The 7 of them lived in this home right here behind me in North Miami Beach. Investigators say they were left with barely anything to eat and no supervision.
Good morning, ma'am. You were arrested for 7 counts of child neglect.
Each count for each of her 7 children, ages 4 to 17. The judge disturbed about the neglect allegations in this police report.
Officers learned that the mother had not been living at the home since approximately July 17. On July 16, the mother's current husband, whom she has a newborn child with, she has a newborn child with that guy. Maybe we have to pull up these records. So you leave these kids, you abandon all these other 7 kids, you go to this other guy's house, the husband, and you have a newborn with that guy. Incredible.
Report against Elidiesneins Perez.
The allegations in here are quite alarming, that anybody in this day and age would leave it, besides not putting them in school, leaving your children alone with no food.
Investigators say they responded to this home in North Miami Beach because one of the kids said their mother had not enrolled them in school. But police documented other allegations of neglect.
They didn't have any food. The refrigerator had a package of chicken legs and a minimal amount of rice. The cabinets were empty. This is not a good thing.
The police report also says, quote, they stated that they have to eat rice for breakfast at times because they don't have anything else. They were lacking clean clothes and bedding. The 15-year-old has cerebral palsy, and he stated that he should be getting physical therapy, but his mother has not taken him.
Actually, do not comment. Do not comment. The last time they went to a doctor was about 5 years ago.
Multiple neighbors tell us tonight there was always something happening inside that home.
It's a lot of screamings all the time. I guess the kids would always you just hear a whole bunch of screaming.
We also caught up with the woman's husband. He says the accusations aren't true.
It's not true. I love my family. Look at him holding a newborn too. It's not true. They weren't abandoned for months. It's all just pretend. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of rice in the empty cabinet. That's okay. It's not true. I love my family. It's all pretend. And the neighbors hearing all the screaming and the yelling, that's all pretend too.
All right, total bond set at $15,000. Reporting live tonight in North Miami Beach, Jamie Garola, NBC6 News.
I just can't with some of these stories, man. It's just incredible. I wanted to show you guys this clip. I meant to show this yesterday. This is with regards to Maliyah Bass and Travion. I've never seen this entire clip. It's 40 seconds. It's weird of how you can see Travion in the background, how he reacts and how he runs off. And the comment that's made of where is Maliyah, it's just kind of weird. Carlicia, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. He sent this to me yesterday. I meant to include it with the previous video. But check it out. You guys let me know your thoughts. guy with his, I don't know why people do that. This thing is like literally at his knees, these pants, and his ass is all up in the air. I try not to comment on this stuff. But it's just like, why?
Where's Maliyah? Where's Maliyah?
Ma'am, what's your name, ma'am?
Where's Maliyah? Travion!
You know, it's really interesting how this person, and this is what the person was talking to me about, how this woman is coming to him and she's asking him, where's Maliyah?
What's your name, ma'am?
Where's Maliyah?
And you see how he's like keeping his head kind of turned, avoiding eye contact with her. I mean, she could just be asking, just to be asking. Maybe she doesn't know what happened, but it's just and I'm not a body language person. Maybe there's body language channels. Maybe they could read into this. You know, but it's just really weird. Walks past.
Travion, where's Maliyah?
And the way he runs off. Why? That's just so weird. What are you running off to do? Right? Anybody else think that's weird? And she's really upset. Like, she is trying to break free from this guy. He's kind of holding her. She seems, I don't know who this is in relation to the family or friends. I'm not sure who that is.
Where's Maliyah? Where's Maliyah?
Ma'am, what's your name, ma'am?
Where's Maliyah? Travion! Travion, where's Maliyah?
Look at this guy, yo. Anyway, thank you guys for the support. Stay tuned for one of the upcoming videos where I interview a friend of Sahara. I mean, if you guys have any questions that you would like to ask about Sahara that you'd like to ask, like for me to ask, let me know. It's not going to be like a live stream. It's going to be a direct one-on-one, I believe. And then if she's willing to come on for a live stream and people want to maybe ask some questions, they can. But thank you guys for all the support. Take care of yourselves and peace.